Hey, I'm Dua Lipa, and this is The First Time. The first time I heard my song on the radio, I was in London. I actually knew my song was going to get played on the radio because Annie Mac had confirmed that she was going to play my song Be The One on Radio 1. And I had just finished a studio session and I decided that I was going to get a cab that day, just so I wouldn't miss it, so I could put the radio on while I was in the car. And I was driving home, still no song came on. I got home, I quickly ran through the door, put the radio on, and then my song came on and Annie Mac had presented it, and I just freaked out. I'll never forget it. It was one of the most surrealist moments of my life. I was so excited. I guess I had kind of a little bit of an understanding of, why my parents were in the UK and that whole situation. But it was only when I moved to Kosovo did I really kind of understand what the effects of it are and, how it impacts people's lives and people's families and how much a place really suffers because of the consequences of it. So I was quite young. I was about 11 years old when I started to really kind of understand what that is like. I was 19. I got it done in LA. The tattoo artist, who's now a friend of mine and actually did a bunch of my other tattoos, Sean from Texas, he did this one, which says Sunny Hill. And it's actually the neighborhood my parents grew up in Kosovo. It's an English translation of it. The Albanian way is Bregui Dilit. But Sunny Hill is something that will always remind me of home. And it's the name of our foundation out there and also our festival that we throw in Pristina. Probably just like babysitting my little brother and sister was kind of my first job. They're like my little babies. I love them so much. And then I only really kind of started working in retail first when I was like 16. And then I actually started working in a nightclub when I was 17. But that was like on the door. First time I performed with my dad, apart from like singing around the house all the time and together, which was something that we would often do. First time I really performed with my dad was at our festival, Sunny Hill Festival. Kind of before it was like my first show out in Pristina, and it was kind of what sparked the idea for us to like have international artists everywhere, like coming to Kosovo. But I wanted to surprise my dad because he helped me put this show together. He helped me organise the whole thing. I wanted to surprise him by learning one of his most famous songs from his band Orda to perform. And then I just practiced it with my band and I was in the hopes that he would be close by, that maybe he would join me. But I was also prepared to just sing it all the way through if he was just like running around and was super busy and wasn't close to the stage. And so I got up, I started singing the song. Everyone in the crowd sang the song with me. My dad was side of stage and I just basically asked him to come and join me to sing the second verse, and it was a really special and quite an emotional show. It was amazing. Method Man and Redman, that was in Pristina. I was, I think, 13 years old. It was my first introduction to Wu-Tang. I don't remember quite the year, but I went with some school friends. And yeah, it changed my life forever. I feel like I've done lots of standing up for myself in the playground, even when I was a kid. I never really liked to be messed with. I feel like a lot of the time I'd get, or teachers would call my parents to come and pick me up from school because I'd get in fights with boys mainly. And that was probably a lot of me just kind of standing my ground and not letting them be mean to me. And so I guess I was quite tough since a kid, so that is probably the first time I stood up for myself. I was waiting to get on the Eurostar in Paris, and we had just performed at Lollapalooza there. I saw Kelly from the Stereophonics, and I was quite starstruck. I wanted to go up, and I did actually. I did go up and say hi to him and the whole band, because right after my set, I did go and watch their set. And it was quite cool to get to like bump into them on the Eurostar. And the funniest thing was he actually said, he was like, oh, I did read in an interview that you and your dad would listen to the Stereophonics all the time while driving to school. So that was cool, special little moment.